Okay, number 4, Motivote. And there is your slide deck. And Jess, you are up. Take it away.
Awesome. Hi, everyone. So I'm Jess Regal. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Motivote, and I'm excited to share with you today how we're using behavioral science to make social good a habit. We believe that the 2020s will be the decade of purpose, and that as millennials and Gen Zs take on leadership roles at work and gain spending power, organizations that don't deliver on authentic social purpose will fall behind. Next slide, please. And I've had a front row seat to this paradigm shift because I've spent my entire life in the social good space. I started my career as a Teach for America Corps member, leading first grade classrooms, and I've helped social enterprises from small edtech startups to legacy philanthropies with measuring and managing their impact. Next slide, please. And in doing this, I saw firsthand how tough it is for organizations to translate their vision for social purpose into practice. And that's in large part because we don't have great tools. So we're using hacked together trackers and clunky CRMs with hazy benchmarks, and we struggle to communicate that impact. So back in grad school about 4 years ago, I met my now co-founder, a former political organizer who was frustrated with the outdated tactics that they were using to mobilize voters. And when we had the chance to team up for what we thought would be our year-long grad school capstone project, we wanted to build a better way for organizations to drive social good. Next slide. And that's exactly what we're doing now at Motivote. So we do this by combining a deep understanding of human behavior with B2B software that helps organizations scale research-proven tactics to their communities. We realized early on that one of the big gaps with status quo tools is that they don't account for the behavioral breakdowns that get in the way of taking action, right? We're human. We get busy, we put things off, we miss deadlines. And so what our team did is we looked at the existing tools that help us follow through on intentions and build habits in other areas of life, like going to the gym or saving money. And we thought, how can we use these research-proven nudge strategies like social accountability and plan making and gamification and bring them into the social good space? And that's what we did. You can think of Motivote as like a Noom for social good, where clients use our platform to drive positive action in their communities. And of course, social good is an incredibly broad category. So the vertical that we started with is civic engagement, not just because of our own passion for building a better democracy, but because there's a rapidly expanding market here.
30 seconds.
Former civic bystanders are making it a priority for employees and customers. Next slide. Our team launched our paid offering in spring 2020 with great results. We have a B2B subscription model where organizational clients pay for feature access and branding. Our first cohort of clients includes national nonprofits and the country's largest community college system. And we also partnered with 60 mission-driven brands that provide real-life rewards for taking action. Next slide. There's never been a more critical time for companies, causes, and colleges to put democracy front and center. And with Motivote, we're giving them a simple and effective way to do that. And we look forward to connecting with mission-driven investors and organizations that want to differentiate on impact. Thank you.
Jess, thank you very much. Okay, question and answer, Marie.
Let's see. Did any of the judges want to start first? Fran?
Hi, Jess. Can you talk a little bit about the pricing? I'm sorry if I missed that.
Yeah. So we have a B2B pricing model, and we price based on feature access and custom branding. One of the things we learned in our first year is organizations really value a platform that is a extension of their community with their look and feel. So we price this in a way where we can work with local community organizations starting at $200 a month up through global national brands. Last year, our contracts ranged from $250 per month to $5,000 a month.
Can you tell, I'm going to jump in there, Marie.
Go ahead.
Can you tell us where is the competitors that have come out recently around the previous elections? How are they letting customers down and you're rising above?
Yeah, so I would say what we're really doing is sort of helping usher in a new market of corporate civic responsibility as companies, colleges, and causes are increasingly looking for better ways to engage their networks and communities in social impact. So if we starting in civic engagement, right, the status quo is lots of mailers, TV ads, phone calls, and when we think about what employers might do, they're not doing much yet. They're maybe sending out like a website link where there's no ability to track, to understand, am I really driving behavior? Am I really making an impact? So that's what we're really solving for program managers who are wondering, like, how do I streamline all this information in a way that helps people truly act on it? And how do I understand that impact and share it out?
Thank you. We have someone in the audience. Are you currently profitable?
We launched last year and have pilot revenue from 40 clients. Not profitable currently.
Great, thank you. Aileen, did you have a question?
So you said you work with universities. What exactly do you help them do? Like, explain, if I'm a college and I come to you and I want to, what do you do?
Yeah, so as an example, we worked with Miami-Dade College last year, largest community college system in the country. The buyer of Motivote was the head of their civic engagement and democracy office. Not all colleges have that, so it might be student life, it might be community partnerships, and they roll this out to their professors, faculty, staff, as well as their entire student body, inviting them to join through things like student clubs and academic groups and dorms, to the same way that you might have somebody, register for classes, right, through an existing university channel. And we're the resource that helps you become build the habit of civic engagement, starting with getting ready to vote in all of your elections.
Thank you. How do you plan to expand beyond civic engagement?
Yeah, so we envision Motivote, and I always like to say we're actually Participant Inc. is our legal name, DBA Motivote, and we like to envision ourselves as a behavior change company. We're starting with civic engagement because it's just such a pressing issue, and it's a place where we can really differentiate. But what we're doing is we're understanding what levers can we pull to drive behavior and help people bridge the gap between your intention to do something and actually doing it. So after we nail voting, we plan to expand out within the civic engagement sphere with the wedge we've already created with our current clients. Because when you think about civic engagement, it's way bigger than voting, right? There's fundraising, there's volunteering, there's events, there's advocacy. And then from there, we want to expand to broader social good sector.
Thank you so much.